Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's I'm going to be reviewing a Nissan Frontier SV. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Ken Garf Nissan here in Orem for giving me some time with this Frontier. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood we have a 3.8 liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 310 horsepower and then 281 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 17 around town and then 21 on the highway. Now before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you need some more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, this one's bright red, which definitely pops out quite a bit. You got the new nostril grille there, which is very interesting. You guys can see with the turn signal indicators as well. Got the fog lights down below. And yeah, with the metallic gray, I think it creates some nice contrast here on the front end of the Frontier. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 265 by 65 by 17 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, you got the metallic gray Nissan logo front and center. And then this is pretty cool with the cuts there in the fender. And then notice the mirror cap, door handles, all of that are body painted. And then if we actually take a step to the rear, you can see that the Frontier still utilizes leaf springs. And then here is the full side profile of the Frontier, and this leads us to the key fob. We've got the Nissan logo, lock and unlock. We also have the remote start function as well, so pretty cool setup. And popping into the tailgate area, the tailgate is dampened. You've got protection here on the tailgate from the factory. You can see we've got the cargo sliders as well. We've got a full outlet on top of that, so really cool setup. And lifting this up, really easy to get into place. I like the new taillight design. I think that's pretty sharp looking. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about the exterior. Obviously, this is basically just a slight refresh on the exterior of the 2022 Plus Frontier, but it still looks good. And this, of course, leads us inside. We've got nice soft touch trim here and down below on the armrest. And we'll move this out of the way. We've got these cloth seats here. Pretty nice looking. Quickly pop in. Legroom back here. Pretty good. We also have some outlet action, USBs and all that. We do have a manual window. The opening there. And the headroom back here is actually pretty solid. And then popping up front, you guys can see here with again the soft touch trim, and then down below all of our window controls. Notice that one's automatic. Got our mirror adjustments, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. We've got 1190 with the payload, so pretty good. Nice front seat. It is power adjustable, which is pretty cool. Got your tow mode. You can see for the outlet, turn that on. We also have hill descent control with this, stability control in that area. Steering wheel's manually adjustable. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see soft touch all around. You got nice stitching on the center. Bunch of practical controls here on the front. We've got stuff like our adaptive cruise control, voice command, volume controls as well. And then traditional stocks here on the back, which is another cool thing. And then we have this gauge cluster that is partially digital, so the elements there in the center, and then you got the analog gauges, which I like. So you get the best of both worlds with the cool, reliable analog looks, and also you got the ability to see different bits of information front and center. Backup camera in reverse with true directional lines that turn with the steering wheel. Pretty good resolution overall. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, you've got the little kind of like side screen that's almost pointless. But it's a big infotainment system. It responds quickly. It's easy to use. It has physical buttons, which is always a nice thing. And yeah, you got the giant Frontier logo there in the center. Dual zone climate. We also have heated seats and a heated steering wheel. Parking sensor button there with the USBs. A little bit more storage there too, which is pretty cool. Little handles here on the side. Obviously you guys saw the shifter for the 9-speed. Some cup holders, more storage here, and in the center console. Nice trim on the top. Nice stitching there as well. Yeah, pretty good with the glove box. Got our manual mirror dimmer on top of that. And this leads us to the window sticker, 2025 Frontier. And you guys can see all the standard equipment there. Got some options. Total MSRP $43,545. And let's see how it performs. Nissan Frontier. cool truck. Nice that it has power seats. It's really cool how many features Nissan offers at this price point, because like with Toyota, this price point, you don't get power seats, for example. Don't get dual zone climate either. So yeah, it's just a good value play overall. Good value play. Now with the Frontier, you do get kind of heavier steering. It's a hydraulic rack, which I like. It makes me feel like I'm kind of a part of the truck, which I think is pretty cool. Engine's very smooth. The 9-speed is just boom, boom into each of the gears. Really good. And although this is not, you know, turbocharged like a lot of the other mid-sized pickup trucks nowadays, it's got more than enough, and we're over 4,000 feet above sea level, and it's got more than enough power, and it's just smooth. And look, I'm idling at pretty low RPMs. They're not going super fast, but still, it's pretty easy to keep this thing going. And the suspension handles the bumps and everything pretty darn well. Yeah, this is the thing, is you don't need turbos when you have a big displacement naturally aspirated engine. It just, you know, even though the torque figures will be lower overall, it just still has so much. It's really cool. Seats are pretty comfortable too. Smith wagon. I wonder what Smith. We're not in Utah or anything like that. had to say it. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I like the interior in the new Frontier. Has this like pretty tight feel to it with the build quality and everything. I think they've done, I mean, that's a little wiggly. But other than that, everything else feels pretty durable. Like it's gonna last a long time. And I reviewed one of these Frontiers like 50,000 miles, and it seemed like it was kind of it was used as like a work truck, so it, you know, it had some wear and tear on it, but it seemed like it held up pretty well overall. So like I say, this person's got to eventually go. And I like we have some old school stuff like the little 12 volt. Be surprised, a lot of modern cars are ditching stuff like that, which is kind of annoying, because it's like if you have stuff that requires that kind of plug-in, it's like you can't. And power wise, smooth, solid. Yeah, gotta love the new Frontier with the V6. It's great. So there's the 3.8 liter in action.